Blessings, crew, and welcome to this week's yoga offering. Just a few things before we get started. It is really important that you look after your body. And I know I keep saying that, but we've been having some discussions in the background of these about the fact that I can't look around a room and see what you're doing. So your body is the best kind of gauge of what's going on for you. So listen in, take your time with the poses. If something doesn't feel right, come out of the pose. Kind of think about, feel what's going on for you. And particularly those of you that are carrying injuries or where life is just kind of a bit bleh at the moment. Sometimes we're not so good at listening then because we want to push through something or our mind wanders off somewhere else. So kind of come into that grounded sense of things, and that's where we're going to start this morning, with just a little bit of grounding. So find your way to kind of open cross-legged or comfortable enough on your yoga mat and just take that moment. One of the things happening here today is we are heading towards 30 degrees outside, which for those of you in the other climes of the world, that's hot for here. And so just think about the weather and the kind of atmosphere around you really impacts your practice. Okay, so we want to kind of bring that into our awareness of our practice. And so just sit for a moment, be present to that. Maybe close your eyes, maybe soften your breath. Last week's offering, we gathered our energy in. It was like we were giving ourselves a hug. We also kind of did that during our meditation. So kind of bring that in. What does it feel like? Sit for a moment with the breath. Feel the flow of the exhale. So the exhale coming down, the inhale filling us up, right? So drawing it in, drawing that new, that prana, that life force into the body. And then just blinking eyes open, just being, again, just coming into the space that you're in. We're going to inhale, take our arms up. Exhale, take them down, touch your fingertips down to the ground. Think about your connection to Mother Earth. Inhale, come up. Feel like we're sharing some of that connectedness through our fingertips. Coming up, just slow, touch those fingertips, then come down. When we next do that, we're going to come up and we're going to take our fingertips and we're going to touch them around behind us. A bit more movement into those shoulders. Feel that rotation of the arms as we come back up, because of course we're turning those palms outwards, shifting that rotation, then coming around, coming back up. Feel that. So sometimes we're just kind of on autopilot. Come into those movements. One more. Just coming up. Feel like we're gathering that energy in. Bring it to the heart space. Tuck your chin down towards the base of your throat for a moment. Feel the back of the neck, let the shoulders come down. Come into center, so bring that awareness out of the mind, down into the center line of the body. Then take these arms up, big inhale. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches and right ribs reach. Turn and look under. Nice deep breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take it over. Let's turn it into a flow, team. So turning and looking. When you're ready to inhale, up we come. Exhaling over. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming over. going to take that left hand around behind us, turn it into a twist, and inhale, come up, take it the other way. Just slow movements. One more each side. Bring it back to center. Come forward, crew. So wander the hands forward, stretching along that spine. Roll the shoulder blades down, bring the chest forward slightly so we're not slouching over. Wander the hands in, change the feet round. Lifting up and forward we go. Just kind of notice what's the feels in your body. Walking the hands in. We're going to take ourselves around on to our back. So turn yourself just down slowly. Start with the knees pulled in towards you. Reach the arms up. Stretch out over your head. Stretch them out. And if it's kind of one of those days, depends on what time of the day you are practicing, a little wriggle, reach the arms one and then the other, give everything a good wriggle. Then we're going to take our feet up towards the roof. And we can take our arms up towards the roof as well and peel our head up off the floor, or we can stay right where we are. So just kind of notice where are those energy levels this morning or tonight. Noticing what time of the day we're practicing, what have we done during the day. Down we go. Take the arms out nice and wide. Take the knees over towards the right. Turn the head to the left. Sink into that deeper twist. We warmed up with some active ones. Now we're sinking into some slow ones. Maybe. Inhale up, bring the knees out, take them to the other side. Shift the hips if it feels better, team, or play with whether you need to shift the hips in the other direction. Turn the head the opposite way to the knees. Nice deep, deep breath. Bring it back to center. And we're going to take our knees back over to the right. This is a more active one, Chris. So we're going to take our left hand. So that's our arm that's extended away from that leg. And we're going to look at those fingertips and we're going to follow. We're going to bring the left in over, touch the right palm. Come back. Inhale up to the top. Exhale over. Follow the hand with your eyes, so turning the neck. Inhale out. Exhale, left fingers to that right palm. Keep that movement going. Knees are together in the twist. Just opening up.
that upper back. Giving our neck a wee bit of a massage as well, crew, as we turn it. Got one more. Bring those knees back, changing sides. So right arm lifts, inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale back across. So just nice and slow. One more. Bringing it all back to center. Soles of the feet towards each other, knees drop out to the side, arms reach up over our heads, tips of the fingers towards each other, elbows nice and bent. Take a few breaths there. Let that space open across the pelvis and the hips. If you have a tendency to spend most of the day kind of in a straight line, walking and sitting in a chair, it's really important to take ourselves off that center line. So all these poses kind of tip us away from that center line in different ways. Come back to the breath. Take 3 lovely slow breaths. Knees come back together, feet up towards the roof, arms up towards the toes, and head lifting if we wish. Nice deep breath. Down we go. We're going to turn onto our left side. Come slowly around back to seated for a moment. We are warming into the body in a slightly different way this morning. So we're going to sit. I keep saying this morning because it's morning here. It could be any time for you guys. Right, we're going to sit in our funny little kind of shape that some people love and some people are like, I don't like this. Careful of these knees, team. We're going to circle from here around. Just noticing those circles. Bring the body right around, upper body right around. Try and come down nice and low, see what happens. Might be a little circle if we're a bit tight. Change direction, go round the other way. Again, we're moving off that center line. So if we want to think about that as a theme or as a way of stretching and moving our body.
Okay, bring it back to center. Change the legs around. Notice that the two sides might be slightly different. Round in circles we go. We might not get quite as far on one side. We might need to warm up a little bit. Depends on how you're feeling. Circling that body around. Sweeping it down if we've got room, if our knees will let us. Changing direction when we come up from this one. Round we go. Last one. Bring it back to center. Bring these feet into our Baddha Konasana a little bit wider, so a little bit further out from the pelvis. Lift up along the spine and bring it forward to slow. Long spine. We're going to lift ourselves up. We're going to come round to all fours, finding our way into a plank. Giving yourself all those permissions to come in and out of the poses, especially as we get a little bit stronger here. For in plank, the chest nice and kind of long, so we're not curled up and over, not dropping our hips. We're pushing back through those heels. Big deep breath. And inhale, lift. Up through those hips into down dog, so feel like you can really get up high. Then let those heels just drop down and walk them out if they're a bit tight. Long deep breath. Bring it forward, bring the knees down. Walk them out to the edge of the mat. Big toes together. Pull back slow. Start in a nice deep frog pose, team. So wander the arms away, get some traction along the spine. I'm going to leave our right hand where it is. We're going to slide our left arm underneath. We're going to go dynamic, team. So we're going to look along that arm, then we're going to lift. Take that left arm and reach it up towards the roof. And then bring it back down, thread it back under. And drop down. Lift it up. Slow. Bring it back down. Careful of that range of motion, team. We're twisting and turning and kind of getting the body moving. Just going slow. Threading under. Going slow enough that we're not overcooking anything on the way. Two more on this side. And changing sides slowly. Find your rhythm with it. What feels good? Stretch it down. Then lifting, rolling it out.
And lots of breathing, lots of feeling into the movement. Two more. We've brought it up and back across. Come up slowly. See if we can sit back on these feet. Notice if that feels okay. If it doesn't, come into open cross-legged instead. We're inhaling, coming up. We're exhaling. We're going to reach around behind us and link our fingers. Roll those shoulders down, tuck the chin down towards the base of the throat. Nice deep breath up onto the collarbones. Release the hands. Let's come up to standing cruise. So just kind of find your way into a forward fold from where you are. Feet kind of under the hips or a little bit wider. Soft knees. Let the head drop, let the arms release, let the neck release. Then forearms onto thighs. Tailbone comes down, the start of a chair pose. Press that tailbone back towards the back of the mat, take the hands to the heart space. Come up slow, look after your blood pressure, especially if you're me. 20-minute crew. Just a little bit over 20 minutes this week, but this is that moment where, you know, we've brought you up to standing, so it might be a kind of go, or it might be a, okay, now I'm going to lie down and do Shavasana. Those of you staying on for the rest of class, just kind of notice things. So we've come up to standing for the first time in class, we're on our feet, we're going to rock up onto the ball of our foot, rock around a little bit. Get some movement going. And bring those heels down. Then lifting up, scratch our toes. Let our arms come down. Okay. So, just notice again what's going on for your body in that kind of 20-25 minutes. What are you feeling in your body? What's your breath like? Especially now that we're upstanding, can change a bit. Okay, everything a little shake out. We're going to take our left leg, we're going to bring it up and out to the side. And then just take that foot behind you, lift it up, bring that foot across in front of you. You can use a wall if we need to. Knee comes up, foot behind. Knee comes up, foot in front. Let's go slow. Again, off that centre line, we're taking these legs. Right leg is that beautiful anchor for the movement. One more. Up and down. Notice what the two hips feel like. Okay, so this really warms into our hips. A little bit of strengthening in there as well. Again, weight changes, sides, come up, out to the side, behind, up and across. Just go slow. Maintaining our balance, something really important. It can go as we get older. So we're going to look after it for as long as we've got it. But like everything, 18.
Look after it for as long as we've got it. Let's get one more behind. Whoop. One more in front. And then bring those legs down and feet out to the edge of the mat now, a bit wider. You're gonna inhale, take our arms up. Lift, really feel like we're gonna extend all the way up to the roof, give it a little wriggle. Take the gaze up to the thumbs if it feels all right. Big deep breath. And come back down through that center line to the halfway mark. So soften the knees. Pause when your spine is parallel with the floor. Take the weight slightly forward towards the ball of your foot. Breathe. Then we can walk down, slowly down our legs, make sure we're rolling around our hips, or we might already be at max. Find your way to where you want to be. If you're feeling alright, reach your arms around like the fingers, reach them up towards the roof. Let the arms come down, start to bring the hips down, turn your toes out. We're coming into a squat, your version of a squat. So put something under your bum if you need to. And then down to the floor again. See? Bring the soles of the feet together. In nice and close this time in Baddha Konasana. And lift up along that spine and then forward if there's room, team. Just noticing. And then lifting up, and we come back into that awkward kind of side angle pose. Again, just careful of knees, team. We can sit in the open cross-legged and do some of this as well. We're going to come around towards this knee that's out to the foot that's in front, okay? We're going to come around into a twist from there. Let's go slow. A bit careful because it's a slightly different angle for the body. And we're coming down slow along that leg. So think about pigeon pose, crew. And in pigeon pose, as we go down to the side, we're often very much trying to concentrate on keeping our hips from dropping to the side like this, okay? This one we're purposefully kind of stretching slightly differently. You're going to feel your IT bend a bit more. Lift it up. I'm watching Monty have a dream under the table. It's quite cute. Changing sides, crew. Quite a long dream, quite a good dream by the looks of it. So we're going to come around and over that shoulder and just slowly into the twist. So we've changed our legs around. We're looking over that shoulder. We're breathing. And then we're going to come down, again, that knee, that the foot is the foot that's in front.
sink down along it. Notice where you get to, what it feels like. Lifting it up, bring it back to center. Take both legs out in front, and we're going to go quite wide. So, find that are wide enough for you. If you're practicing on a hard floor, maybe put something under your heels. Sometimes it can feel a bit sore, especially once we start to try and come forward. Again, off the center line. These limbs are going and we're circling. We're going slow. Just work out what your range of motion is for this. It might take a little while to warm into those muscles or warm into the movement. Keep the breath nice and slow, nice and steady. Change direction, take it round the other way. Let yourself just drift into those circles, feeling the breath, feeling the movement in your body. Even if they're just tiny circles, team, don't strain, don't create strain with them. Bring it to center. And let's take our left arm along that left leg, right arm reaches up, we're circling over and then across to that right leg, and we're lifting up and over across the body. Feel that circling, just slow around, up and over. See where you get to with it. Nice and slow, nice and long in that movement. And the breath nice and long and nice and slow. One more to each side. And then down through the center crow, just to wherever we feel like we can hold for a few extra breaths. So think restoratively. So not at the 100, maybe back at the 80. Five slow breaths left. Wandering the hands in, lifting slowly. Bring these feet back in. Let's lay ourselves down. It's not quite Shavasana. But we are going to just lie down. We're going to put our left ankle on our right knee, right thigh, and bring that right knee, that right thigh in towards us. Take hold of it. So left hand through that keyhole to that right shin, right hand just meets it on that right shin. We can draw that leg towards us. We can stay quite relaxed. Just notice, what does your body need? Staying with that same leg, we're going to transfer our hands around to the back of the right thigh and lift that foot up, that right foot up towards the roof. Now we can stay holding onto that thigh, or we can climb the leg, tucking the chin under, lifting the head, climbing the leg. Your left ankle is still on that right thigh. Easing it down. Take the arms over the head. Bring the legs down. Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet together, knees drop out, reach the arms away. Then bring those knees back together. Right ankle on that left thigh. Bring that leg in towards you. Find that holding onto the shin part, so right hand through the keyhole to that left shin, left hand just resting there as well. Find your breath. Find how much you want to draw that leg in, or whether it's just enough right where it is. Taking the hands around behind the thigh, lifting that leg up toward that left leg up towards the roof. And then we can climb it if we wish. Come down slow. Releasing, letting those arms go over the head. Nice deep, deep breath. Finishing with a happy baby sequence team. So what we're going to do is bring that right foot up and in. Find the top of it with your right hand, so reaching over the top of it. Go into half happy baby first. Just right knee towards the floor. Right foot like it's running along the ceiling. Change sides. bring the feet down, knees together. We're going to push our feet up towards the roof. Snuggle your thumbs slightly under your hips, glutes, as you take those feet up. Check the back of the neck, tuck the chin in, make sure the back of the neck's nice and long. Then full happy baby cruise. So bring those feet in, find them with your hands. You might be holding onto pants or ankles sometimes as well. And then knees towards the floor, feet like they're running along the ceiling. Find your breath. Then we're going to release, stretch those legs down along the floor. Reach the arms up over your head, stretch it out. Almost entirely floor based this morning, crew. So just something different. A little tiny bit of standing. Just noticing. We don't have to do the warriors and the triangles and the lunges to get a good yoga session in. Sometimes it's nice to leave them out. Not for too long. From here, come into a shape that you feel like just for a couple of minutes. You could spend in Shavasana. It might be traditional Shavasana, leaving the legs stretched out, bringing the arms alongside the body, just out from the body, palm facing up. Or something else comfortable. Let yourself rest for a moment. If you've got a little bit longer to spend in Shavasana, then spend a little bit longer. Or if you're going on to the meditation offering, just take a moment. You're starting to get yourself settled in and ready for that offering. Letting the body soak in the rest, the softness, the absorption of the practice. Or if you are able to stay on, just stay with that. If you're coming up for the rest of your day or to come into the meditation, just wander your feet up the mat if you've had your legs extended. Reach the arms up towards the roof, spread out the fingers, and then take the arms over your head. Reach it out. So we're going to turn onto our right side this time. Come up slowly to seated. Take a moment there, crew, just sitting in that center line from the crown of the head down through the center of the body. Into the breath. We're going to notice the space that we're in, both internally but also the space that we're in. Take a moment just to appreciate the colours
maybe it's a beautiful plant or a piece of pottery or something. And to really feel that connection to beauty, to simplicity. And on that note, from this mat to yours, many blessings. Thank you for joining me. Take care out there. Stay centered. Just be gentle. Be kind.